Relationship grew when my girl or business partner shut down the argument by saying, the biggest communication problem you have is that you don't listen to understand. You listen to reply only, waiting your point, wanting your point to be heard over everything else. Episode 158, why you don't listen to understand. It started with that, I realized my relationship. Relationship is a currency. Attention is a currency. Contacts are contracts, right? So a lot of people, they don't understand that. If you don't understand relationship is a currency, you will never understand attention is a currency. Because the minute you get the attention, right, you got to convert that attention into a relationship, right? It could be business, personal, whatever you want to basically convert the relationship into. But let me start with that episode. Welcome to episode 158 of the CMR Podcast Network. Today, we're diving into a crucial skill that many overlook. Why you don't listen to understand. Listening is more than just hearing words. Once again, listening is more than just hearing words. It's about understanding, connecting, and empathizing. In this episode, we'll discuss why active listening is a game changer for personal growth, relationships, and success. Let's get into it. How you doing, Vanessa?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos.
But break down the pillar today. I want to hear the pillars, right? Okay. You don't got to rush it.
Yeah.
Thumbs up to God and thumbs up to yourself, right? Because you can have a relationship with others in the personal nor business if you don't got thumbs up with yourself and God, right? So let's go. Thumbs up with God. Let's talk about what?
Espiritualmente, spiritually.
Okay.
Mentalmente.
Break it down.
Ay, Carlos.
You see, you don't listen. Why you don't listen to understand? See, perfect example. Why you don't listen to understand. You listen to reply. You see? She's the perfect example. This is life.
And you take that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Why you don't listen to understand? She literally right now, literally proved it to the world. Most people are like the Vanessas of the world. They don't listen to understand. They listen to reply. Once again, break down the pillars one by one. Thumbs up to God. Thumbs up to yourself. Thumbs up. You can have a good relationship with God nor yourself. With others, if you don't have a good relationship with God and yourself. Right? So break it down.
Okay. I'm going to break it down, but I just want to mention and then I want to say what I'm supposed to say, right? I always say, no? Espiritualmente, like connection with God. Mentalmente. Oh my God, Carlos. What do you want me to say? Just like the whole pillar. No.
She's the perfect example why you don't listen to understand. World, you want to know why 97% of you guys, 98, 99, will never make it? The strangest secret? Most of you guys are like the Vanessas of the world, the Necias. Necias of the world.
I'm not
right?
necia, Carlos.
You guys do not listen to understand. You guys listen to reply. Comprehend what I just said. Well, do whatever you want to do because it's easier to change the person than to change them. Go. The 5 pillars.
Yeah, I just want to say that's 5 pillars. Okay. Mentalmente, mentally. Físicamente, physically. Emocionalmente, emotionally. Y financieramente, financially. Para que no me dé más rabazazo.
See, life is all perspective. When you're not on growth mode, when you're still on fear zone, comfort zone, you look at what your coach, mentor tells you, you look at it as a threat because you're still in victim mentality. You still look at it like, you're getting attacked. See, I've never seen people, male or female, humans attack me. I've never felt like anybody's attacking me. Why is it that the Carlos of the world never feel attacked, but the Vanessas of the world always feel attacked? Have you seen yourself in the mirror world or Vanessas of the world? Because I do see myself in front of the mirror. Remember, the world is a mirror of you.
Yes.
Right? What insecurities do you have?
No, I didn't have insecurity. I don't want to explain the whole.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't want it.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Okay. The difference between listening to respond and listening to understand. How listening to understand improves communications and relationships. My question to you, Vanessa, is how has listening to understand helped you connect more deeply with others?
What I understand about that, when you have like the patience to listen when people talk to you or like explain something, and you like see how they, it's like how always you say, Vanessa, the better communication you have with someone or the better relationship is when you listen to them. Because you pay attention what is they say, the name, or what is you like you project to them, you worry about like the situation or you worry about like how they feel, and the better what I understand about that is like if you have very good listening to the people, it's like you're gonna be more communicate with them because they can see you like have like better connection, And me personal, I like to more talk. I not say I don't like to listen. Sometimes I just like to be contradicted, but I like more talk. I don't know if it makes sense. But sometimes it's better to listen because if you explain something to me, Vanessa, you have to do this, you have to do this. It's better because the more you listen, you can catch more.
God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. 2 ears, why?
It's because you can have to different, I can say
So we could hear more than what we talk.
Yeah.
Right? But how active listening strengthens trust and connection. So the impact of poor listening habits on personal and professional connections. So Vanessa, what advice would you give to someone who struggles with truly understanding others?
This is very important because sometimes I not say I not understand like when people like to talk to me, but I just see you. Okay, say again the question, please.
What advice would you give to someone who struggles with truly understanding others? Like you have a hard time understanding me, right? Because I'm a mirror. I mirror you.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes sense, right? So if you're negative, what you gonna get from me?
Negative.
My negative side, right?
Yes.
You see why the world is a mirror of you, right? If I'm positive, what do you think people are gonna get from me?
They're gonna be like,
what am I gonna get from them?
Positive.
Think about it.
Yes.
If you're positive, you're gonna get positivity back. Make sense? The world's a mirror of you. So if you're still on victim mentality, what you gonna get from people?
Victim mentality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
But
so you contradicting yourself,
no,
Vanessa.
But let me tell you something, Carla. Sometimes it's not. I don't want to say I don't want to talk, but some people like you say, Vanessa, like explain like the whole pillar. I don't know. Sometimes I can explain, but see, I say I don't want it. I don't want to say. It's not like be negative or be like be como contradictoria contigo. No, it's like I don't want to say. But you not understand like with people that don't want to.
You disgust me when I tell you this shit on video. You're disgusting.
Okay.
I want the world to fucking hear that shit. I want you to play the fucking video and just listen to you. To listen to yourself. You have no self-respect. See, that's why I'm able to fucking tell people to shut the fuck up and listen. You get me? How can the teacher appear when the students are not ready? How can I help you when you're not fucking ready to fucking listen?
Yes, sir.
Most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. Stephen R. Covey. One of the most sincere forms of respect is actually listening to what another has to say. Brian H. McHill. What else can you tell the world, Vanessa? The importance of listening to understand. Something that you still, at your 35 years of age, still haven't learned. And now you wonder why the fuck your kids don't fucking listen to you. See, my kids listen to me. I don't know if your kids listen to you.
I make sure they listen to me in that part, in different
Kids
ways.
do not listen to what you say. They watch what you do.
Yeah.
When you work on your self-respect, then you got your shit together. Self-love, self-care, self-respect, happiness, inner peace, independence, time management. They're going to basically listen to you. Why? You don't listen to understand. You don't listen to understand. So if you don't listen to understand, what makes you think your kids are going to, listen to understand you? You want your kids to understand you, right? You want your kids to transition from that bullshit employee mindset that you had, right? Now you shifted that mindset to the investor business mindset, right? Mm-hmm. So now, why you don't listen to understand? You know why you don't listen to understand? Mm-hmm. Huh? Because they're a mirror of you.
Maybe.
Huh?
Yeah, maybe.
They don't listen to you to understand you. They listen to you to reply to you.
Because they see.
We did an episode today in Luz Y Sombra talking about what? What was it?
Yeah, el impacto de las redes sociales.
The impact on social media. Right?
Yes.
So the impact on social media, what it's doing to your kids and all these, teenagers, right? Yeah. Simple. These teenagers are just seeing what the parents are doing. The parents are drifting through social media. You're still a drifter through social media. You cannot be a consumer and a creator. You got to pick either or. It's either you're a full-time creator or literally you're going to be still stuck on consumer.
Yeah, I understand.
You cannot be both.
Just one side, right?
Straight up.
Okay, thank you, Carla.
No, thank you. One of the most sincere form of respect is actually listening to what another one has to say. The best way to respect another man, another woman is just listen to them. You got me? Most people, they don't listen. You got me? And that's why people that do not listen, you're going to see that their life is miserable. And misery loves company. How you doing, Emely?
Excelentemente bien.
I love the energy. I love the smile, everything.
Espiritualmente, mentally, mentalmente, physically, físicamente, emotionalmente, y financially, financieramente. Porque que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Because he who doesn't live to serve does not serve living. Positive, productive intention.
Emely, can you break down the 5 pillars deeper?
Okay.
For the world. Don't do it for me. Do it for the world and for your future self. And also.
Okay. Spiritually, you need to have that connection with God, because what's the point if you don't have a connection with God, if either or you don't have a connection with yourself? So you need to first create that connection with God so you can connect with yourself.
So in other words, she's trying to say that you got to have a relationship with the Creator, God.
Yeah.
You got to have a relationship with yourself. Your best friend is God, yourself, right? But most people say their best friend is somebody else, Emely. What can you tell those people?
I have a best friend, so.
Talk. I'm listening.
Okay. So what I'm going to say is that, okay, you can have your friends or your best friend, but you also need to create that connection with God. Because it doesn't matter if you have a best friend, because you don't have that connection with God and with yourself. So what you will bring to the table for your best friend?
Excellent. What's the definition of a best friend? So I could just, in the world, so we could, I'm simple. Why you don't listen to understand? Mm-hmm. I'm listening to understand. Okay. So I want to understand what's a best friend from your point of view, from your understanding. Yeah. I want to understand, I'm listening right now. Okay. I'm answering the same question. Why? I'm listening to understand. I'm listening right now to understand you.
Okay. From my point of view, a best friend is that person that always will be there for you.
Okay, will always be there for you.
Yeah.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Will always be there for what? Keep elaborating. Keep giving more detail.
In your best moment or in your bad moments or in your suffering, they will always be there.
Okay. I respect that because that's from, she's right. From her level of understanding, from her level of experience, how she interprets the world. You got me? I respect that. So, Emely, keep breaking down the pillars.
Okay. Mentally, you need to nurture your mind and seek more knowledge, because the moment you open your mouth, reveal the world who you are.
Stop right there. So why you don't listen to understand? So when people are listening to maybe an audiobook or reading an audiobook, right? Or getting themselves a coach mentor, right? Why you don't listen to understand? Why do people, when they read a book, they don't understand the book they read?
Because they don't pay attention to the things they are reading or listening to.
So they just read to read.
Yeah.
right?
say that
They read to say, I read a book.
Yes.
I read How to Win Friends and Influence People. I read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Have you seen those people that they say they read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? And one of the habits, it says, think win-win. And all they want to do is they win and you lose. Have you seen those people that say that they read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? And one of the habits is be proactive, not reactive. And all they do is be proactive. I mean, reactive instead of proactive, right? This, once again, let me read this. I realized my relationship grew when my girl shut down the argument by saying, a man and a female were couples. They were arguing. You're a simp if you argue with your girl. You shouldn't argue. Your girl is supposed to respect you. She's supposed to shut the fuck up. Like literally, like a woman in my world that speaks, I got her the fuck out. There's no chance, no drama, no fucking decay. If that's a disrespect. When a man speaks, the man is the leader. The woman's supposed to like literally be just tranquila. You got me? That's and just listen to the man. Listen to understand the man. You know? Not listen to fucking reply to the man. So I realized my relationship grew when my girl shut down the argument by saying, or the man shut down the argument by saying, it goes both ways. The biggest communication problem you have is that you don't listen to understand. But let me retwitch it. The biggest communication problem we humans have is that we don't listen to understand. Notice how I said we. So I'm putting myself and everybody in this world inside that category. Because we have to outgrow that. I had to outgrow that myself. As a person that questions everything, I was asking a question to right away ask another question. They'll give me a reply, but I already had the other question. Because all I wanted is to basically keep questioning. So I had to learn how to ask the question, understand the answer, to then comprehend, put myself in the person's shoes, to then ask more questions, to now understand the person from their shoes. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But once again, the biggest communication problem you have is that you don't listen to understand. You listen to reply only, wanting your point to be heard over everything else. You listen, meaning escucha, to reply only, wanting your point to be heard. So in another word, when they were having the argument, they wanted it. The guy wanted what?
The point to be heard.
His point to be heard. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. Right? So for a woman to tell a man that shit, he's a simp. I don't even got to know the man. He's low vibration. He's not on purpose. Think about it. I realized my relationship grew when my girl shut down the argument by saying, a woman shutting down an argument, that's deep. Because women are the emotional creatures. Right?
Yes.
So if she shut it down, literally by saying the biggest communication problem you have is that you don't listen to understand. You listen to reply, only wanting your point to be heard over everything else. See, the woman did this to the man right there. Look. Look at my two hands. Look at the video, whoever is watching. Boom. She literally like dogged him. That guy's supposed to literally go fucking leave the house and even leave the woman, because that woman will never fucking respect that man.
But he's in growth mode.
Yeah, Emely, but damn, I'm going to tell you one thing. That's a big red flag, Emely. That's a big red flag. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. You got me? That's leverage. The last thing a man's supposed to let a woman have is leverage over him. I'm dead ass. Even in business. One of the main thing I make sure that people don't have is leverage next to me. You got me? I want to give more than what I take. You got me? And it starts also with the respect. That way, when I disrespect a man or a woman, it's because they earned that shit. Make sense?
Okay.
So going back with why you don't listen to understand, with Vanessa, I spoke about the importance of listening to understand, right? With you, I want to talk about overcoming barriers to listening. See, like limiting beliefs, but right? Overcoming barriers to listening, right?
Yeah.
Emely's from Man's Belief Podcast. Identifying distractions and habits that hinder active listening. Emely, what are some common barriers to effective listening that people face?
You know that I used to just listen. I don't like to talk or give feedback. So I just listen in the conversation. So I start listening to books about the mind. And every time we are listening to a conversation, we are thinking in our mind what we're going to reply or having different thoughts. How are my kids? What are going to eat? So what I learned was that the moment we are having a conversation, we need to shut down our mind and focus in the person, in the moment, so we can analyze the conversation of what they are saying to us, so we can reply accordingly with the things they are telling us.
Wow, Emely, you're surprising me every time. Emely, you're gifted. I'm serious, Emely. You were born for this. You're chosen. Emely, that level of understanding of wisdom at your age 24, like you're gonna be able to replay back this video, and you're gonna be able to be like, wow, was I talking about those things like that? Like you're really talking about life, Emely. You're making your life easier, Emely. Now you understand the man that works all day has no time to make money.
Yes.
But now you understand what Carlos says. The man or woman that works all day has no time to personal develop.
Yeah.
So if you're here chasing the money professionally, right? Can you become your best version?
No.
So now answer this question. Would that person be able to, why you don't listen to understand, would they be able to understand the point I'm trying to tell them?
They are worried about the money, so no, they don't going to understand it.
So they're only going to see their point of view.
Yeah.
They're not going to see my point of view.
No.
Just using scenarios. Right?
Yes.
So that applies to the professional, but also to the personal. Why you don't listen to understand? Bro, sis, listen to understand. I understand your point, but can you understand my point? Can you win? I want you to win. But also, forget about me winning. But can you also let a brother win so he could also help other people win? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Huh?
It makes
Thank
sense.
you. Right?
Yeah.
So, you see, this is teamwork. I was there looking up for the water, and that's teamwork. You see? I love working with people like that. You got me? Because if I was them, if they were in my shoes, I'll do the same thing. I say I don't have empathy, Emely. But it's crazy. The people that say they don't have empathy, they have the most empathy. The people that say that they're the asshole, we live in a world that is perfect in my eyes, Emely. People that say that they're good people, they're the fucked up people. If you're a good person, you will never say you're a good person.
That's true.
Think about it. Think about it.
Yes.
If you're a fucked up person, right? If you're, I say I'm fucked up, right? Because I give people tough love. Notice I was giving Vanessa Ramasazo, what she calls it.
Yeah.
My word, right? But Ramasazo, you see a tree. A tree, before it gives, what you sow is what you reap.
Yeah.
Before you reap what you sow, right? The fruits, right? It tiene ramas,
Yeah.
right?
The branches, yeah.
The branches, right? What message am I trying to bring across?
That for you to get the fruits, you first need to grow the branches.
So you got to go through the ramasazo,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
She don't want to go through the ramasazo.
So how she went to harvest?
She wants to harvest without going. You got me? Without sowing.
Yeah.
You got me? Without also watering her garden. Yo, she's funny. Do you think I asked the 5-pillar breakdown to embarrass her?
No.
Why do you think I asked the 5-pillar breakdown?
So she can get more understanding.
so she could give the world more understanding. And believe it or
also
not, when you
herself.
teach it,
Yeah.
you
learn
also
more.
understand it more.
Yeah.
Right? When you read a book and you're able to bring that knowledge in your podcast to the world, to even myself. I'm a student, Emely. I'm still learning.
Yeah, me too.
Learning, leaders are readers. The more you learn, the more you earn. So break down now the
Physical?
yes.
Okay.
Why you don't listen to understand? Because people, same thing.
Okay, the physical pillar, if you don't exercise your body, how you pretend to go have energy, or also you need to take care of the things you eat, because also the food you eat is the way you want to feel.
So stop it right there. Money is energy. It's a frequency. It's a vibration. So why you don't listen to understand? You don't even listen to your body, bro or sis. That's why most people, their body, literally, is the determining factor of their mind. How you look is how you fucking are inside. Remember, your external world is a reflection of your inner world.
Yeah.
So you could sit here and fucking lie to the world, you got me? But when you go home, you're probably eating ice cream. Right?
Yeah.
Facts?
Yes.
But your body's gonna say you're eating ice cream.
Yeah.
Because you notice, you ask a fat person, they're always gonna say, no, I don't put that many things on the shakes. Shout out to the Estebans of the world. Esteban, what do you put on your shake? Oh, now, I put bro, but that's not a shake. That's a meal over replacement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then they wonder why they don't get the results. So then they wonder also why a man like myself will tell them the truth. And then when you tell them the truth, simple. If you're going to sit here with me, bro or sis, I want it recorded. Anybody that wants to talk to me, I want that shit recorded. Because you're going to notice, Emely, they don't fucking listen, Emely. Even for the business consulting, I want basically everything recorded. I'm going to tell you why. What's not recorded is not remembered. Right?
Yeah.
So using the Estebans of the world, the first video that we hold them accountable with the physical pillar, right? And then that last video he did with us.
Okay.
He said one thing, but did another thing. Right? Do we got to see Esteban every single day to know that he's not putting in the work? Huh? We could have seen the results physically. So it's the same thing, right? Before I go to the financial pillar, right? With the emotion. Now break down the emotional pillar.
Okay.
Why you don't listen to understand? Because people are very emotional.
Yeah.
They make decisions based on emotions, not on logic.
Yes.
So why you don't listen to understand?
Okay, the emotional pillar, you need to take control of your emotion, understand it, because the minute you start understanding why you feel how you feel, you can create a plan to to understand it better, and when you understand it better, you can start feeling the way you feel. So you can create like a plan to how to fix it and understand how you feel that way. Because the emotions control
90% of your decisions.
Yeah.
So people make decisions based on emotions.
Yes.
You know how many great things have been destroyed because of emotions? Shout out to the Elizabeths of the world. Kayleen's mom, my daughter's mother, right? Her project could have been right now freaking blossoming, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. But she let her emotions get in the way. When you let your emotions get in the way, something happens. You know what happens? You suffer more in the long run. Because right now, she could have got over that, and she could have continued her project, tunnel vision, and she should have forgot. She shouldn't, like, let's say, I mean, what was that saying that I always say? You could forget, but you could forgive but not forget. She could have forgave me, but not forgive me. Why would you let resentment inside your heart? Do you know that resentment now passes by to your daughter too? Do you know that?
They will feel like the same
When
way.
you have a kid with somebody and that person goes, starts having resentment with the baby father or vice versa, the man with the baby mother, that transitions to the kids. It influences them. So now it influences the relationship with the father and the kid. Because now you're here fucking watering the kid, the daughter or the son, your daddy's a fucked up person. Your daddy's this, your daddy's that. And all you're doing is literally putting a hole into your own self. Do you think God, that's why I love God. God listens to the conversations that are being spoken when you're not in the room. And God removes people from your life that sometimes you'll be like, hey, what happened? Why are people leaving? You get me? But in reality, they're doing you a favor. Because those people, they're not true to themselves. So imagine being true to you.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah,
and with the financial pillar, why you don't listen to understand?
Okay, the financial pillar, you need to get financial literacy and understand how money works. Because the minute you understand how money works, you can use that tool better.
So why you don't listen to understand? So if you know, quien no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Who that doesn't live to serve doesn't deserve living. If you're starving, bro or sis, or struggling, you're not listening. The universe is speaking to you. If you're being put through pain, you get me, you're struggling. It could be an implementation as a barber or whatever craft you're doing Uber, you got me, doing Lyft or doing whatever work you're doing. That's the universe telling you, hey, if you're stressed, depressed, anxious, the universe, God, infinite intelligence is telling you, hey, you're not that's not your destiny. That's not your route. You're just, drifting to get the money to make a living. Instead of focusing on becoming your best version. If you work hard on yourself, you make a fortune. You work hard on a job, you make a living. Notice, Emely, how much, all those self-improvement that you've been doing, personal development, how much has it all helped you overall on your journey right now, on your personal growth?
What I can say.
I'm becoming the woman that you're becoming.
Yeah, it helped me with my communication, my physical body, my confidence, the way I talk to myself.
Your limiting beliefs?
Yes, my limiting beliefs. And
which you're still overcoming them?
Yeah, and the way I perceive the world.
How you see the world.
Yeah.
So what message can you tell the Vanessas of the world? And I'm still not done with you. I still got one more question.
Okay.
What message can you tell the Vanessas of the world based on the scenario that we just did on this episode?
That she's still inside her head and she needs to shut down all those voices that she's listening to.
Starting with her own voice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And also external voices. Because the thing is, if she don't nourish her inner voice with positive content, right? She's always going to be drifting. Yeah. And she's going to remember, we have over 80,000 thoughts per day. Imagine having kids. Imagine having expenses. Imagine all those things. It's a very chaotic life. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So, Emely, how to create a mindset focused on understanding rather than responding. Remember, how to create a mindset focused on understanding. She didn't understand me. Rather than responding. So how she just responded, right? Yeah. How can practicing presence and mindfulness improve someone's ability to listen? Because she was not presence and mindfulness improve someone's ability to listen.
When you practice being present in mindfulness, you can control of the things that your thoughts and the things you are doing in the moment, and you can stop all those voices and focus listening in the person. Because you are creating a habit. They always be present and only focusing one thing.
Wow, Emely.
What?
You're surprising the world. You're surprising your future self. Emely, you're right now 24. Vanessa is 10 years older than you.
Yeah.
10, let's say 10.
Okay.
You got me? To not add more years to her. Right?
Okay.
And age is only a number. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Huh?
It makes
some
sense.
people, they don't even learn at 34. Right? And some people do learn at 24. Because I remember when I was 24, I had straight up more maturity than my own father. My father, he doesn't listen to understand. My father listens to speak. Once I answered my father's phone call on a podcast, and my father, I was like, oh, You remember that day, right? You guys were here. And he was like that he want to retire, because he waiting for his Social Security, que nah, he rather fix the home himself. This guy's straight implementation that he rather work on Lowe's because he got a 10% discount. You know, that way he could buy the stuff to fix the home. So he wants to do everything, Emely. Now my man wants to even be a construction worker for his own home, so he wants to do everything, Emely. What can you tell a message to those people that they don't shut up and listen? Why you don't listen to understand? He didn't understand my message. I was trying to tell him that it's easier to hire someone and tell them what to do than to do the work itself. Yeah. Especially you hire somebody they're experienced, not chapucero. Because I'm pretty sure he's doing chapuceria.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So what I can say is that the only way for people to understand you if they want to understand you. If they want to listen to the message you want to tell them. But they need to want it.
So they gotta have awareness.
Yeah.
In another word.
Yeah.
So listening is about being present, not just being quiet. Right?
Yes.
Some people just stay quiet.
I used to be just quiet.
Right?
Yes.
So staying present. Emely, what else can you tell the world overall?
What I can say is that the more knowledge you seek and look for it, is the better you're going to understand yourself. And when you understand yourself, you can understand other people and listen to the conversations you're having with them. Thank you.
Thank you, Emely. So the more you understand yourself, the easier it is to understand others and understand the world. You're going to notice that the world becomes easier. The world becomes your oyster. When you do what's hard, your life is easy. When you do what's easy, your life is hard. You know what's easy? Being distracted on social media. Being distracted, with nonsense. Being distracted with your inner voice, your negative inner voice. So, we spoke today about, why you don't listen to understand. The importance of listening to understand with Vanessa. Overcoming barriers to listening. And now, with Jeandy, empathy and listening. How you doing, brother Jeandy?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Blessed and highly favored. I'm going to start saying blessed and highly favored. Add that to the mix.
I love it.
Because today I just something. I don't know. Algo me metió. So I drew a picture of ungrateful. And then it was thunderstorms. And then I wrote misery under. But a happy face with gratitude. Because when you count your blessings, then you're going to be... We're all blessed. But sometimes the video you sent of Donald Trump. We lose ourselves because we want that end goal so fast and we don't enjoy the journey, that we cause misery upon ourselves, just not counting our blessings. So then, but spiritually, you want to have that connection with God. The verse of today was actually the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. And it's also...
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Fools despise wisdom and instruction. When people get that tough
Proverbs 1:7.
When people have that somebody holding them accountable or telling them, hey, you're doing this, and instructing them to do right and giving them constructive criticism, they don't like it. It is also a lot of people I've learned throughout my years of life that I was taught to pray to God, just talk to him, but they don't emphasize as much listening to him.
That's why meditation.
Correct.
And that's why meditation is also emptying out your whole mind and just staying present and just breathing in, breathing out, and just deleting everything you have in your mind. Meditation is pretty much like a computer. You basically take all the applications. A lot of people, their computers are slow because they open 1,000 applications. Just like their mind, all clogged.
Wow.
You got me?
Right.
And our mind, believe it or not, is the software. You got me?
And you got to guard it with everything. How Emely said, just focus on that one thing, and you emphasize that a lot. And when you have that connection with God, it makes it easier to deal with yourself. You're going to get to know yourself and just please God. And when you please God, you're going to please yourself. And that's a domino effect with the connection with others. And then mentally...
Before you go there, surround yourself. The Bible makes it clear we need friends to encourage, inspire, challenge, and love us. Notice, the Bible makes it clear we need friends to encourage, inspire, challenge, and love us. And your friends need you too.
That was an amen to that. Proverbs 17:17. And also iron sharp as iron. What I would say on the mental pillar, our mind is our most powerful tool. The book that helped me, to be honest, was 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
It's right here.
That's why I chose it, because I was an individual that I used to listen to reply.
Stephen Covey.
I always had empathy with people, but I didn't put myself in their shoes. That's why I told Manny, the lesson I learned today was everybody's right from their perspective. You said that to Josue on the court.
The same author said, most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. So this episode, you asked me today why I picked out this episode.
Yeah.
I take obstacles, challenges, when people look at it as obstacle problems, and I'll take them and turn them into an opportunity to give those people clarity in the personal, business, and just the audience and the world. And also to just document the journey. You get me? So one day I could go back and be like, hey, I gave you that message. You didn't take it. You get me?
Amen. And it's like Vanessa, just not even just to her, but the people out there in the world, everything happens for you, not against you. And it's so crazy. You did this episode for a purpose. And in the first 2 minutes, se puso un show ahí. Because it's entertainment, but it's real life.
But you see, circle of influence, circle of concern.
And then the physical pillar. You mentioned something deep. I forgot what you said when you was talking to Emely. Something about the physical pillar. You said something that was very powerful, but...
You're going to be able to replay it.
And so you guys check that out. But physical for me is just discipline. If you don't listen to your own body, he said something along those lines, listening to your own body and just prioritizing, showing discipline. People like this means discipline. I'm disciplined. And emotionally, you want to be emotionally strong and not get to your emotions. How I said, everything in the world happens for you, not against you. Put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand them. So that way, you're going to be able to reply and handle that situation better and communicate on better terms. And financieramente, you're not going to understand a customer or the person you're dealing with. Relationships is more than anything. If I were to offer you $1 million, but a loved one of yours would die, would you take it? If I were to give you $1 million, but you'll die tomorrow, would you take it? So health, relationships, it's worth more than anything in life. The things we have for free.
We got to have a positive mental attitude. We got to stay productive, and we got to be intentional. This book, I just opened it right now, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which we have it also in Spanish. Shout out to Elizabeth for giving me that book in Spanish. Okay. But we have it in English. Okay. You get me? A personal mission statement. The most effective way I know to begin with the end. Hold on, once again. The most effective way I know to begin with the end in mind is to develop a personal mission statement or philosophy or creed. It focuses on what you want to be. Character. Be, do, have. Be is your character. And to do. Contributions and achievements. The things you got to do, right? Your contributions and your achievements. And on the values or principles upon which being and doing are based. Because each individual is unique, a personal mission statement will reflect that uniqueness, both in content and in form. My friend Rolf Kerr has expressed his personal creed in this way. Listen to this personal thing. Succeed at home first. Seek and merit divine help, meaning God. Never compromise with honesty, meaning keep the integrity. Remember the people involved, meaning always, that's where people fail too. They don't think win-win. Remember the people involved. Like, for example, anybody that was involved in my journey from day -0, I'm still going to help them. I still will help them. The doors are still open for them because they know I never closed the door to them. You get me? They went into their feeling because they were not what? Today's episode, why you don't listen to understand? They didn't want to understand the message I tried to basically tell them. They just basically took the messenger and took it personal, right? Hear both sides before judging. Obtain counsel of others, meaning seek for mentors, coaches, people that have been there, done that. Defend those who are absent, meaning if somebody's talking shit, somebody's not here, defend them. Or bring that person alive, how I do it to people. Call them out, put them in the same fucking thing, and embarrass them. How I do it. You got me? Be sincere, yet decisive. Develop one new proficiency a year. Plan tomorrow's work today. Hustle while you wait. Meaning when you're fucking waiting, don't sit down like a fucking dick. Just, you know what I mean? Hustle, do something.
Make the best out of your time.
Make the best out of your time. Maintain a positive attitude. Keep a sense of humor. Be orderly in person and in work. Do not fear mistakes. Fear only the absence of creative, constructive, and corrective responses to those mistakes. Facilitate the success of subordinates. Listen twice as much as you speak. Notice, listen twice as much as you speak. Concentrate all abilities and efforts on the task at hand, not worrying about the next job or promotion. Page 121, I want Vanessa to read this book. A woman seeking to balance family and work values has expressed her sense of personal mission differently. And I want her to read page 121 of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which she was reading that book in Spanish as well. And I told her, read it in Spanish, read it in English. You got me? But sometimes people, they don't still comprehend. Sometimes they got to hit, I don't know, probably rock bottom. They got to hit a wall. They got to hit something for them to fucking wake up. Because they don't learn from, a wise man or wise woman learns from other people's mistake, right? So why you don't listen to understand? So now, empathy and listening, right? Jeandy from Day One Podcast. Why empathy is essential for understanding others' perspective. Jeandy, how does empathy enhance your ability to connect through listening?
Empathy helps you to connect through listening because you're gonna be able to show empathy to the person and put yourself in that person's shoes. Like you could say all the things you want, but I feel as Christina said, you do have empathy. You just don't show it. Because as a leader, you got to stay competent, and you can't. It's not showing fear, but it's not putting up an image. But it's just like someone got to be strong. How you always say.
In the basketball court, basketball reveals people's character.
Correct.
How many times I faced bullies in the basketball court?
Every time.
Okay.
Every time.
That's empathy. Think about it. That's empathy.
Correct.
You got me?
Correct.
How many times do I basically take the stranger, the new kid in the court, and make them feel comfortable, make them feel welcome? And, greet the person, give them my respect. Hey, bro, what's your name? Praise them. That's me putting myself in their shoes, putting them in a position to win. Hey, here's the ball.
Wow.
Hey, how can I accommodate you? And, just make that person feel like, yo, you own this suit. You're more than welcome to come here. You got me? Because I understand iron sharpens iron. I'm here to collaborate with you, not compete with you.
That's just your character.
That's empathy. But I'm not an empathetic man would never say I have empathy.
Wow.
His actions will say it, not his words. Most people, their words are not aligned with their actions.
I told Manny, con el tiempo aprendí que no son palabras, son los hechos. Y no me conocen, pero hablan de mí. ¿Qué me importa a mí?
We got to let people just be them.
Correct.
People always going to reveal themselves. You got me?
With due time.
With due time, we let people be them. People always going to reveal their character.
But to answer the question, the habit that's in that book too, first seek to understand and then to be understood. So when you have empathy, you're going to understand the person and it's going to help you for them to understand you, the right person, because some people could go into their feelings.
You want to know what's my secret to closing deals?
What?
To becoming a closer? From day -0 since a little kid?
What?
I put myself in the customer's shoes. I want the customer to win more than what I'm getting. Forget about what I'm getting. What are they getting? How am I solving their problem?
Focus on creating the value.
I'm here just straight focus, giving them not simply my all, but going the extra mile and going over. That's my secret. And if I'm ever going to be judged, I'm going to be judged by God. If I'm 34 years old and I speak the way I speak, and even in this podcast, I tell people to unsubscribe, and it's because I know what I have in the hand. When you know you're valuable, you don't got to tell people subscribe, like, share. You got me? That's automatically in due time. I know with due time, you got me? We're going to be able to, make noise. I'm not worried, bro. But we're not doing this for the view. I'd rather impact one person and feel fulfilled, right, than lose myself. Trying to,
please the world.
Please the world, trying to bring a show that I'm not. If I'm going to bring a show, I'm going to bring my authentic self. I cannot sit here and tell the world that I'm not going to be able to help people if I don't put them through mental pain. Pain equals gain. Just like if I'm going to coach you, mentor you, or if I'm going to train you, we're going to train Esteban. If I'm his friend, supposedly we're his friend, we better be hard on his ass.
Of course.
Huh?
Of course.
Who you think he's going to end up picking? The trainer that is hard on him or the trainer that is easy on him?
The trainer that's hard on him. He gonna hate him in the moment, but he gonna love him.
He's gonna pick up the trainer that is easy on him. 99% of people. That's why 98% of the people do not succeed. They want easy things. They were like, well, Carlos, Jeandy didn't talk to me like that. Like, motherfucker, I told you drop 10. You did, oh, but I did 10. Do 10 more.
All right.
Because when you're eating that 10 Oreos,
Carlos.
facts?
God put people through mental pain.
Okay, so pain plus reflection
Equals progress.
equals progress. We want them to progress. The Estebans of the world, have they progressed physically? Instead of going forward, they go backward. How the fuck you have one of the best shots I ever seen thus far? Fucking guy, bro, he doesn't miss.
Excellent shooter.
Excellent shooter. Imagine if my man becomes his best version physically, mentally. Bro, he'll take his game to another level.
Just focus on one. The one thing
Fuck.
focus on Esteban is physically, bro.
Nah, he fuck physically. He got to work on his mindset. Because if he wins the war within, his external world is going to be easier. The thing is, when the little pain comes, that inner voice be like, no, you did already 5 reps. You don't need to do number 6.
I had enough.
I had enough. Facts. They all go home. Oh, but I worked out. I'm supposed to reward myself with a big fat shake. Put all that shit. You got me? Peanut butter, toto butter, culo butter, huevo butter, everything butter.
Yeah,
You got me?
work.
So, how leaders can use listening to inspire and empower those they lead? What role does listening play in leadership and personal growth?
Listening plays one of the biggest roles in leadership and helping other people, because in order to be a great communicator, you have to be a great listener. Just like God gave us 2 ears, but he gave us 2 eyes. We could also hear with our eyes. Energy don't lie, and it's just our ears. You got 2 ears, shut up and listen. That's why how you talk a lot, but you listen. Look, right now you're quiet, but you can also talk. So it's just like you got to be able to listen and soak in the words, because words have power. They could say 100 things right, but that one word, that could be that red flag, that it could be an attack. So with you, I learned and it helped me build as an individual to pick my words more wisely. And it's also the 5 pillars. We don't say it just to set the trend. No, we are creating a trend, but we're playing with our mind. Because no matter what, you wake up, they get people in pain, people getting sick. I don't even like to hear those words.
Bro,
I don't.
the power of the subconscious mind.
Correct.
It says in the book too. And I don't go by what the book says.
Yeah.
Think about it. Reflect on your own journey through your 23 years of life. When a man or woman tells you they're sick, it could be even a mother, father. Bro, first of all, you do want to have empathy, because we're talking about right now empathy and listening to them,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
But bro, when they bring that fucking sluggish, tired, bullshit energy, like a leader's supposed to stay competent. It don't matter if you're fucking dying inside. You stay like nothing. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong.
No, it's like how you always say, we understand them, but they don't understand us. I'll put myself with my parents or people, obviously. It's just like, if you say you're sick, they get, oh, I'm sick, and they want to stay in bed all day. That's not going to make them feel better.
That's gonna make them feel worse.
Exactly.
If you're sick, shower, go take a nice shit. Go take a nice piss. Brush your teeth. Be so thankful. Wow, I'm at least brushing my teeth. Some people can't even brush their teeth.
Count your blessings.
I'm here matando el bajo a boca. You get me? You get me?
Correct.
Now, shower. Wash your head. You get me? Put your best clothes. Now, start stretching. You get me? You haven't even got to the gym, pero tú estás ahí, que stretching. You get me? Doing this. Right me? Make sense or no? Then you go straight up, go work out. Even if you gotta go get yourself a pre-workout or bebete un café just one time,
Yeah.
do whatever the fuck you gotta do. You got me? But don't go fucking get medicine. The best medicine is literally the mind. Your connection with God, being grateful. God, thank you. I'm alive. Just that. God, you don't even gotta tell God, oh, why am I sick? Like, do you know that you went outside the Manny's of the world with no jacket, 24 degrees? That day that was 24 degrees, like 2 days ago.
Yeah, that will
Yo, this fucking Manny's crazy. 24 degrees with a shirt. Yo, I was freezing.
I was freezing.
I was raised with a sweater and a jacket and a shirt under. And Manny's of the world, no. And you remember the previous. He's a man that doesn't learn from his mistake.
Let me ask you.
Yes, sir.
Have I ever told you that I feel sick? Have I ever told you?
My respect. Manny has never said that. He has my respect on that.
Yeah, he does.
You get me?
Yeah,
But it doesn't matter how tough you are. Sometimes you gotta understand certain thing. The law of action and reaction. If you throw yourself a law of gravity, if you throw yourself over a building,
Every action got a reaction.
Yeah, you got me? You can literally pray. You got me?
Facts.
But hey, te buscaste lo que tú buscaste. That's an EP. Te buscaste.
lo que te buscaste.
Hey, that's an EP right there. Te buscaste lo que te buscaste.
That's a fact.
I like that one too. Text it. Think on paper right away. Te buscaste lo que te buscaste. Meaning, whatever you went, ask, seek, knock. Whatever you want and ask.
The law of attraction.
The law of attraction. You attracted what the fuck you want, had in mind.
But what I'll tell you to the world, the biggest takeaway, and just reflecting, every time I reflect and just bone in my thoughts or just hear you talk, I would say we got to beat the world within. Everything starts in the inner world and then it projects to the outer world. Most people care about their exterior world, but they don't focus on their inner world.
And you're going to notice those people that care about the external world, the Vanessas of the world, when they speak, they always say, oh, you know, well, my mother said this. They're like, who gives a fuck with your mother, your father, your son, daughter, whoever the fuck said anything? You get me? Like, most people got to understand something. When you stop caring what the external voices say and you start basically working on your character, reputation is what the world says about you. See, I'm going to go against the world right now because everybody preaches that honor and protect your reputation like your life depends on it. But if you go deep into become a deep thinker, philosopher, and you study stoicism and all that, you're going to notice that your reputation, it don't matter how nice of a man, human you are to an ex-person.
Yeah.
They're always going to say something different. So I've learned that I'm going to care about my character. You got me? I care what I have to say about myself. If it makes sense. Right? I don't need people praising me. Because when people praise you, oh, you're too good, it could be sport or anything, your ego goes up. I don't know if that makes sense.
You always said that. So you feel like you always seek internal validation and while people search for that external validation.
Because the internal validation to me is God and myself. You get me? Because people, they don't know the work I put in behind closed doors. They don't know my true intention. They don't know that when I tell them the truth, I'm looking out for them, not for me.
Amen.
I'm helping people. Estamos en crecimiento, no en sentimiento. Bro, I'm helping your life become easier. Why are you complicating life? Like, life is so simple. Like, yo, the teacher appears when the student is ready. Like, if I'm going to go get myself a coach, mentor, teacher, and the coach tells me, hey, say yes, sir. I'll say yes, sir, right there, straight up. I'll laugh. I'll use that as a humor.
You wouldn't question?
I wouldn't question it. You get me? Because that person, I'm here obtaining in that area something, probably that yes, sir, will give me hyped. It could be a sense of humor. You get me? It's all perspective. It's all how we look at it.
Correct.
Or how we take things. You got me? Like, I'm not here asking her to break down the 5 pillars to embarrass her.
No.
But she might look at it like, if she plays the video back, she gonna reflect. Because I'm not here attacking her. I'm here fucking helping you release all that fucking pain within.
But guys, listen to understand, then to be understood. Stop trying to listen. Well, to the message to the old Jeandy, not to you listening. Just listen to what people are telling you and why they are telling you it. Seek to understand and then to be understood. First, put yourself in their shoes and then move accordingly. And also control your emotions and build that connection with God because that's going to be a domino effect for your life. Count your blessings. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Epitaxias. I don't know if that's how you say the name. Pero that's a philosopher. Manny. Consistency 360. Rapping 360. Consistency 360. Imagine if I start rapping the Consistency 360. I'm a size extra small. They're going to laugh. Extra small? The fuck you want me to put, an extra large, motherfucker? I'm an extra small. When we gonna get our Consistency 360 shirts?
Soon.
Soon as I like deadlines, due days. A goal without a deadline is just a dream. I'm dreaming with right now with my black Consistency 360 shirt, extra small. Notice how I told you the size, because if it comes small or large, I'm not wearing it. Because I already told you. Why you don't listen to understand? In another word, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying this ahead of time. Right? Because some people, but I brought you the shirt. Motherfucker, you brought me the shirt, but you didn't bring me the shirt the size right?
Right.
Just because you brought me the shirt doesn't mean I'm going to wear the shirt. Make sense?
And you're right. Of course. 1,000%.
How you doing, first of all, Manny?
Positive, productive, and intentional. Pues me siento fenomenalmente, perfectamente, excelentemente bien. Espiritualmente. You gotta have that connection with God spiritually. Because to be honest, God is talking to you. You just gotta understand and put it in action.
Stop right there. You know how God speaks to you? Speaks to us?
Subconscious mind.
He be using other people.
That too.
God will send you the person you less think to send you a message. You got me? But we're talking today why you don't listen to understand. Sometimes, the person you less think will send you a message, and just because you're belittling the person, you got me? What most people don't understand is that we can learn something from everybody. We can learn something from everybody, A through Z. Everybody will teach you a lesson. If you're looking to learn, remember, the teacher appears when the student is ready. When you become a student to life, your life is easy. But most people, they're teachers in life. How the fuck can you learn when you're always the fucking teacher? Think about it. Reflect on this, bro. But when you listen and you literally put yourself, in a position that others understand that you listen. But when people understand that you don't listen, they're not going to what?
I want to talk to you.
They're not going to want to talk to you. You know where I'm stubborn? And shout out to, I forgot his name, that he's like, but Carlos, but when you don't argue. Bro, if you argue with an idiot, the idiot will drag you to his level and beat you at their level. I'm a man of integrity. You got me? Most people, they don't have no integrity. So why would I sit here and argue when I know that whatever they call is just simply a fucking lie? Make sense or no?
Of course.
So I'd rather just take the ball to the other side, or just go drink water, or just leave them fucking arguing. The best way to win an argument
Ignoring.
is by not talking at all.
Ignoring.
I'm a master doing that. Check me out when I'm in the court or doing anything. Like, same way, because I know how to listen. I know how to shut the fuck up and listen, if it makes sense. What else, Manny? Pillars.
Mentally. You want to read books. You want to listen to the audio books. You want to develop skills on how to understand. Just understand. Just simply listening to understand and listening to receive the words to educate your mind about what they're talking about. Physically, if you don't, your body talks to you all the time. Your body's speaking to you. And if you feel sluggish, if you feel sleepy, if you feel lazy, if you feel like you could do better, if you feel like you could do better, that's your body talking to you. That's your body saying that you should go do something about that.
So if you feel like shit, it means that you gotta get your shit together. Self-love, self-care, self-respect, happiness, inner peace, independence,
time management.
and time management, right? Reverse engineer.
Of course.
Time is what we want the most, what we use the worst, right? We could get more money, but we cannot get more time.
1,000%.
Do we exchange our time in this organization?
No, sir.
For money?
No.
With money, we could buy people's time. That's why we delegate, the personal brand, the business brand to other company, right? But
And
we also understand that with money, we could make money.
Right.
So in this organization, we acquire assets.
We also understand that within an idea, we can print money.
And we also understand that we're inventors.
Right.
Right? With an idea, but an idea is just a dream without execution.
Of course.
We can close the distance between an idea and money. Right? But we got to go from A to B to C. We got to first start with the right attitude.
It's a process.
But we got to take massive action, right? Turn that into a business, right?
Yeah. Yeah, emotionally. You don't want to, people telling you the truth, people talk to you, people tell you what's good, people want to see you in a better place most of the times. Now if they don't, then that means you're in the wrong circle. But
that's true. That's deep.
You should.
That right there that he said, most people will never get it. See, to break that down, you know you're in the right circle when people, believe it or not, want to see you prosper, want to see you do even better than them.
1,000%.
You got me? When you're in the wrong circle, you feel crazy because they belittle you. They treat you like shit. But when I say shit, I'm talking about that they let you, they see you doing something wrong. Nah, it's okay. They don't let you. They don't correct your mistakes. I don't know if that makes sense. That's why, look, let's use basketball. I'm not a trainer. I'm not a coach. But I'm always trying to figure, whoever I could give, that is a student.
Right.
You get me? Because most people, they're straight up teachers.
Good positive word,
right? So. When I feel like a man listens, I give him, hey, Osiri, mira, si tú le haces así al tiro, o hace ta. Bro, I'm not even a coach and I'm always coaching people, even in the court. Because mentally, people, they lose the war within. Shout out to Jairo. He gets frustrated. He misses a shot. Some of the guys there, but I pick him up. Somebody drops or somebody got to leave. Hey, come play. You got me? But he earned my respect and vice versa. If it makes sense, because the thing is, when you basically uplift people, you get leverage. You're able to now tell them the truth. And they shut up and listen. Because they see that you have their best intentions towards them. I don't know if that makes sense.
Of course.
But imagine if you're here belittling people and then you want to really help them. You got no leverage. You already belittled them. You already brought them down in a hole. I don't know if that makes sense. Make sense?
1,000%. Emotionally, right?
Yeah, emotionally.
Let me continue about emotionally because, but emotionally, you just want to stay disciplined, stay focused, stay understanding to the good things that people say to you, and just have an open mind. You know what I mean? Have an open mind. Don't critique everything that they tell you. Just don't take it to the heart. Don't take it personally.
So grow. Get rid of your old ways. Grow. Get rid of your weaknesses.
Of course.
And financially,
money talks to people all the time. Financially, money talking to people left and right. They just don't see the opportunities. They don't have understanding of the opportunities that they have around them.
They think everything is a scam.
Of course.
Still confused about money. That's why they stay poor. Passing.
Opportunities over repeatedly. So Manny, how leaders who listen create stronger teams and communities, right? Because our goal is to create a community of leaders creating leaders that are supposed to what? Be creating leaders, right? Right? Listening as a tool for leadership. You see how money is a tool? Listening is a tool that we use, us leaders, right? So, Manny, how has listening helped you as a leader and a mentor? Because now I'm seeing right now your maturity, I'm seeing your growth. I see you now that you could be mentoring people, Manny. So the Jeandys of the world, he has already 10 people under him. You got me? Not under him, with him. Because it includes himself. You got me? Yeah.
You got me? And believe it or not, you're one of them. Right?
Yeah.
So I see you now as a mentor coach, as a leader, creating leaders that's supposed to be creating leaders, right? Because remember, people that are not going to listen to you, they're going to watch what you do, right? So as a leader, you got to shut up and listen to your mentee too, right? But your mentee, you're going to want to basically what? Them to shut up and listen to you.
Right.
Because you're already in a journey more advanced than them, right? So what can you tell the world? How has listening helped you as a leader and a mentor? Have you been mentoring and, leading people?
I mentor, I lead people. But I've been doing that since day one, since day -0.
Well, you were not leading by example. I'm talking about now, because you said for Christmas, you hit up your cousin, Merry Christmas, and then you told them ta. You got me?
Right, but
Remember, your new self will cost you your old self, which I'm gonna break that down. But let's wrap up with this. Answer the question.
just having an open mind, right? Just having clear aware of what's going on, just having an understanding of what the words that you're listening to are actually saying, because every word has an intention, you know what I mean? Every word has a purpose, every word has a meaning. So you want to take that and you want to think about it. You want to stop and think about it, analyze what's going on, and analyze how you can receive that in the positive way.
So, active listening as a way to motivate and inspire others, right? Why do you think leaders who listen are more effective?
Why do I think listening?
Why do you think leaders who listen are more effective?
Well, Jeandy just answered that question. I
want to hear your perspective. The world wants to hear your perspective.
No, but why leaders lead by listening more?
No, my question once again is, why do you think leaders who listen are more effective? Like, for example, this book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, right? Effective people, right? So why do you think leaders who listen are more effective?
Leaders who listen are more effective just because they know that every criticism, they take it as an opportunity. They look at it as on the good side. They see it as like, why is he telling me this, and what can I do so more people like him won't tell me this. He sees it as a way to actually take action and actually do something so people won't stop talking like that about him. You know what I mean?
Why do you think leaders who listen are more effective?
Leaders who listen are more effective because when leaders listen, right? When leaders listen, what do? They're listening to understand, to put themselves in their situation, in the other people's shoes. So they lead more effectively because they know what not to do. You know what I mean?
They'll be able to help the person.
Exactly. They'll know how to lead the person or how to lead other people, just like the other person that told him that, and they know how to stay away from bad things or the bad critics.
Always be helping people. Always be serving others.
1,000%.
Always be creating value for others. In order to create value for others, you got to understand what value is for others. Most people that don't understand, what's value for you might not be value for other person. Make sense?
Every word has a meaning.
Certain things, like, for example, all this that we're doing here could be extremely valuable for us. But for another man, another woman, another human, it could be like, hey, this could be a 24-unit, building, apartment. You got me?
And we're doing this with a meaning. We're doing this to see you guys better. We're not doing this for us. We want to see you guys better. We want to see the world around us do better. Because we know if the world around us do better, we're going to do better.
PIF, pay it forward. Purpose, impact, fulfillment.
So that's why we're
impact over income.
That's why we're going to do. We're going to move more effectively and to approach our audience differently, to actually impact them with the words that we're saying.
When people talk, listen completely. Most people never listen. But to conclude this, and before I conclude this, I also want to basically, read something that's going to be extremely impactful for you guys, overall, the world, even myself, So, listening to understand fosters empathy, builds trust, and strengthens relationships. Overcoming barriers and distractions improves communication. Empathy and active listening are vital for personal and professional success. So my call to action this week, practice listening to understand. Engage in a meaningful conversation when your only goal is to understand the other person's perspective. It will transform your relationships and mindset. So the thing I want to read, which is, your new self will cost you your old self. This is very impactful. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. So if you want to crush next year, Debrief your past year. What went right? What do you need to avoid? Now, listen to this. Your new self will cost you your old self. 21 reframes to help you actually meet your goals this year. Obviously, 2025 is around the corner. Listen to these things. Number 1, you don't have dreams, you have goals. Number 2, narrow goals win. If you say you're looking for everything, you will find nothing. Number 3, don't write down what you want. Write down what you are willing to give up to get what you want. That's deep. Number 4, skip setting goals and set sacrifices. That is the missing piece to winning. Every one of your goals has a price. Number 5, instead of thinking about what you want, what do you do not want? Number 6, what we call overwhelm is often just a lack of prioritization. Number 7, success is contagious. Failure is contagious. So is even trying. Choose your surroundings carefully. Number 8, no one is coming to save you. You want a better life? Go build it. Number 9, you can't be upset at the results you're not getting from the actions you're not taking. That's deep. Number 10, you win by being okay with people not liking you, disagreeing with you, and wishing you to fail. People pleasing and high levels of success do not mix. Number 11, want to find a high value partner? Become a high value partner. Greatness attracts greatness. That's deep. We should do that episode. Greatness for Day One podcast. Greatness attracts greatness. So in another word, want to find a high value partner? Become a high value partner. You attract what you are. Number 12, your friends will determine your weight, bank account, happiness, and success more than what you want to know. That's deep. But remember, we're the average of the 5 people we surround ourselves with. Your friends will determine your weight, meaning if you're fat, it's because you're around fat people. I don't value obesity, being overweight, being fat, sluggish, titties, especially as a man, right? I value athletic body, So everybody around me got to have what type of body?
Athletic body.
Right? Now, bank account. Your network is your net worth. If you're around 9 broke people and you're number 10, you got money, guess what you're going to be?
The 10 broke person.
No, 10 broke, because now that average is around the 10. So if you got $1 million and you got 10 people and each are value 0, guess what? They bring your average down to 100,000. Think about it, right? So if you're around miserable people, right? Happiness, remember, and success more than what you want to know. So your friends will determine your weight, bank account, happiness, and success more than what you want to know. So what you want to know? What? You want to go on Instagram to know what? To know this? Forget about that. Just surround yourself around people that are fit, athletic. Surround yourself with people with a fat bank account, with a lot of asses, right? Could be asses in the personal level and asses in the business level, right? And people that are happy, because misery loves company.
Right.
People that are miserable, guess what?
They love company.
They love company. But people that are happy, they what? No. They love being around other happy people, right? Number 13, stop obsessing on those just ahead of you. Start obsessing on those 10 years ahead and shorten the distance. What else, Manny, can you tell the world overall when it comes to today's episode? Why you need to shut up and listen. In another word, why you need to what?
Shut up and listen.
No. Why you don't listen to understand?
That too. Well, I want to give a little advice to las necias del mundo, right? Because she was a little bit ignorant.
Okay.
In the
Give
beginning.
me. Yeah.
So, what I can say about las necias del mundo is that necesita enfocarte en necesita dejar de ignorar tus problemas. You need to stop ignoring your problems. You need to start writing down your problems on paper. Desahógate in a piece of paper. Write down everything that's going on. Write down basically in a diary. You get a diary. You release all that energy. You release all the anger. You release all the happiness. You figure out what's going on in your life. You write down what's going on in your life. Then you find out what the problem is, and you attack it accordingly. You know what I mean? If the problem is spending too much time on the phone, that starve your distractions. You know what I mean? So
Feed your focus. Opposite.
exactly. And if it's a problem for your kids to get off their phone, then guess what? Take their phone away.
So is that difficult? Why would you even pay for their phone? I wouldn't even buy them a phone. Like those parents that buy their kids PlayStations. Like the Vanessas of the world, she told me once that her son had a PlayStation, right? And that he didn't want to stop playing PlayStation. My daughter's mother asked me, "Oh, your daughter wants a PlayStation with Call of Duty." I was like, "Hey, I'm out. Unsubscribe. Get a fucking PlayStation. For Christmas, I bought her shit. Unsubscribe.